On the first day in the new world, what's it like to almost lose my virginity? My name is Wu Yao because of my special physique. I was involved in a cross-world version of PUBG. Yes. I was transported to another world. I was kicked through. Coming here, I really realized what it means to be a boy out there. You must protect yourself. I originally thought these fair-skinned and long-legged beauties were harmless, but I didn't expect it would tamper with my food. While I was weak, they coveted my spiritual energy. A handsome young man can't be seduced here. So, under my paralysis tactics, I successfully escaped. I'm not a fool to run away. I thought I had successfully escaped. I met the elder of the Lingji tribe. It turned out that all of this was arranged by him. He also said that if I was not satisfied with he could let Shiji accompany me. If I mature him, I can also. Just as I was being forced by these lewd words, I was about to break down. The silly elder sister stumbled in. Under the perception of the elder, I learned that it was Sua Longqi's spell array that was broken, which directly led to the corrosion dragon's escape. The current situation is urgent. What's going on? What the hell is the dragon? With the explanation of the elder, I learned that the hermit, where the Lingyi people lived, the ancestor used the artifact to suppress the corroding dragon and the toxic miasma area created by the dragon's poison breath. If outsiders accidentally break in, they will be returned to the starting point. Now, without the blessing of the goddess, the Earth Vein's true key is getting weaker. I'm afraid the dragon has broken free from the spell and turned into poison breath. Wow. This goddess not only plays the game well, but also shrinking poison. How could you believe the dragon came so fast? Before everyone could react, it crashed through the wall and appeared in front of everyone. Seeing this, Shijie ignored everyone's dissuasion. But he ignored everyone's dissuasion and went alone. Seeing the back of Shiji rushing to the dangerous place, the silly girl was completely panicked. If I hadn't stopped her, I would have followed him. It seems that the silly big sister was really panicked. She held me and begged me to save she. At this time, the elder couldn't stand it anymore. He pulled the silly sister and said, "Mage, it has nothing to do with him. The young hero has no true key and no power to control. Would he go to die? Even if our clan is destroyed, he can at least find a witch spirit to serve. At worst, he can serve more." Watching their performance, I said lightly, "The elder has a good way to comfort people. Don't do that next time." But the elder grabbed me and changed the subject and said excitedly, "I installed 5 spirit rings on your hilt before, which can keep you safe." What the hell? Don't put it in a strange place. Don't install strange things on others. Anyway, we must save people. I can't let a girl take the risk. Just as I ran towards Zij, but the elder shouted, "Sword is a reflection of the sword owner's desire. Young hero, don't suppress it." After I ran away, the elder excitedly patted the silly big sister. "You're so smart. You set a trap to let Zij and Wu Yao suffer together, so he wouldn't dare to hand over the sword dishonestly." After learning that the crisis was not designed by the mage, the elder was instantly confused. He shouted, "Oh my god, go and save people." But at this time, the dragon and the swordsman were in a confrontation. The fallen swordsman dared not act rashly. Zij took this opportunity to jump up from behind, raised his sword, and slashed down the sword. But it didn't cause any damage to the dragon, but was broken by the dragon's hard shell. The dragon, who had reacted, was obviously furious. The dragon breath roared, and directly blew Xige into the air. Looking at Xige in the distance, the dragon was extremely angry, thinking that this little ant dared to stand in his way. I, standing nearby, was also shocked by this scene. I didn't expect this idiot to be so fierce. Wait a minute. This guy seems to be a male. With this major discovery, I immediately remembered it. I immediately asked Xige if there was a narrow and sturdy, and can limit its movement. Hearing my question, Zij immediately thought of a suitable place. Then, on the wilderness, a spectacular scene of 6 dragons appeared. But strangely, why did this idiot keep staring at me? Brother Long, I'm sorry. I have to save myself. But what did they feed me? Why can I run so fast? And the fool can't catch up with me, with a loud noise behind me. I shouted, now is the time. At this time, Zij was already ready, and was about to draw his sword. But the fool still had the ability to resist. It swung its tail, and attacked Zig's chest. In the blink of an eye, I rushed up with a step. I tackled the panicked Zij. At this time, both Zij and I were stuck in the stone pile, unable to move. We could only watch the fool charge up. This fatal blow. Shiji is too late. Draw your sword. Shiga didn't hesitate, holding the sword with one hand. With my astonishing willpower, Shiji raised it smoothly. A sword light rose into the sky. As the sword light dissipated, Zij looked at the iron rod in his hand blankly. He was confused. Hey, don't underestimate him. As Zij raised the heavy sword high to slash. But the giant sword was too heavy. The giant sword fell directly to the ground. With a loud noise, the ground directly cracked a gap. The crack quickly spread under Hanan's body, which gave Han Han a big split. Shiji seized the opportunity and beat Han Han violently. If I hadn't stopped him in time, I'm afraid he would have died by now. Looking at the dumbfounded who had no ability to resist, I excitedly said that this guy is male. Why isn't his sword better than mine? But things are unpredictable. Who knew Shiga failed to draw his sword again? On closer inspection, there was a large area of red under the dragon. Dragon, you're awesome. Have you ever seen such a cruel dragon monster to himself? Have you ever seen, in order not to become the heroine, the tool to collect weapons, he sacrificed his happiness for the rest of his life. He gave up his capital as a male. Even if he was re-imprisoned in the strange formation, he would not yield to humans. Looking at the imprisoned dragon, I said with pity, Brother Long, what's the point of this? Isn't it just pulling out a sword? Just listen to this. Shiji added that his spiritual energy was too low. Maybe because of being caged for years. He has no ambition, so he can't pull out a peerless sword. Even if you have breast implants, you don't need to waste your martial arts. There are many sisters waiting for you. Hearing this, Shiji said with a sneer, he's not like some people who are full of poker. God can see that I am a pure rogue. But obviously, Shiji was dismissive of my words. But then the silly girl rushed up. She said excitedly, don't have bad thoughts about Shiji. When she learned that I wouldn't have any bad thoughts, she grabbed my collar again and tripped me with a leg sweep. She asked angrily, is it that our Shiji is not attractive? Fortunately, the elder came to my rescue. What do you mean by saying that I absorb your aura? With the explanation of the elder, I learned that I could absorb their true energy. Absorbed our true ki. No wonder I can run so fast. In an instant, I was immediately excited. Could it be that my golden finger finally arrived? But in the next moment, the words of the elder sank my high mood to the bottom again. No wonder I feel sore all over. It's because I can't control my internal energy. The consequence of being counterattacked by seeing my low mood, the elder comforted me not to be discouraged. At least it's much faster than starting from scratch. But at this moment, the projection in the hall suddenly prompted someone broke in, just as the elder was puzzled. Shiji rushed out first. Under the bright moonlight, a girl was running hard ahead, and 2 guys behind her that looked like toads, chasing after her. And at this moment, in front of the girl, was also blocked by 2 other toads. One of them seized the opportunity, quickly spit out its tongue and tightly wrapped around her foot. Seeing that there was no hope of escape, she quickly drew her sword. But obviously, this shot only scared one of the toads to jump back. It was useless. At this moment, a toad mocked that he was not Wen. Why are you panicking? But what they didn't know was that their every move at this moment were being monitored by me and Zij. I didn't want to make things worse and wanted to leave, but Zij was full of compassion. I knew it would happen. You go to save the girl, and I'll distract them. Action speaks louder than words, so I quickly jumped out of the bushes and shouted, "Hey, let go of that girl." But the toad reacted quickly. Before I could run away, I was caught. Seeing me caught, Shiji was also anxious. He also jumped out and held down a toad. At this time, a toad saw that it was winning and hurriedly said, "Don't kill him. The Lin clan is valuable, but it seems that I am not so lucky." I was picked up like a chick. This is not the way to go. Take a risk, and I'll turn a bicycle into a motorcycle. So I said in a deep voice, "Don't you feel your true ki is draining away?" Hearing my words, the toad was obviously taken aback. He trembled and said, "Could it be the Z clan? Soul devouring technique is really ignorant. That crappy technique, how can it be compared to my star absorbing Dafa?" But I seem to have overdone it. My strange behavior successfully attracted the attention of other toads. They directly released the secret technique and trapped me. One of the toads even proudly told me that true ki will be isolated here, and any of your evil arts will be useless. You can't use your true ki, right? You're here too. Then I'll show you my Duanzai Ju Sun kick, and you take my Feng Shen leg. Don't run away. I'll beat you to death. Quadra kill. Unexpectedly, without the blessing of true ki. You are so weak. Who knows? Shiji suddenly came over and asked me to confess. Why are you suddenly so powerful? Keep a low profile. I practiced it when I was young. Then Shiji was puzzled. But I know you only know how to run away. Come on. You don't see what I've been through, what I've encountered. Is normal attack useful? Then Shiji suddenly realized. Now is not the time to say these. He hurried forward to appease the girl. But the girl didn't appreciate it, saying that she was the vice princess of the country, telling Shiji not to be presumptuous. According to the girl's memory, the king of the Double West country was poisoned recently, and the domestic situation has changed dramatically. The royal family members quarreled over the throne, and even reached the point of infighting. And she was excluded by many royal members, and was finally expelled. At this moment, the girl suddenly changed her tone. I order you to help me become a witch spirit to end the dispute. Seeing the girl's stupid move, which made Shigi speechless. Looking at the silly and cute sixth princess in front of me, I gave her a head pat. I said lightly, "Why do you think others should help you? Besides, in the battle of we were also enemies." But as soon as I finished speaking, this silly girl suddenly fell to the ground. What's going on? Is she trying to cheat? But when Shiga went to check, he turned around and said she was out of breath. What have I done? Who am I? Where am I?